Where is my avatar? I guess I'm gonna be doing it like this here. I don't know here. Uh, Hold on. Tried to. There we go. Wait for Amedeus to come in here. Think everybody can hear me. So I'm not in my house right now. I am on the way to Red Bull Arena. We were right around the corner from Red Bull Arena. Oh, let me put the phone down here. As we go by here, go very slowly. All right. Let's see. Brand comments. All right. Thrilling show so far. We're going through a tunnel, so hold on. Absolutely crazy, right? Tunnel. Whoa! Look at this. See the river? All right. So we're gonna go through the games today. Absolute disaster yesterday. Um, those games were really, just like really bad. Um, we'll get Amadeus on here quickly and see what we can do with some of these games today. Once again, uh, red cards change games. That's the one thing about this sport I think that is pretty bad. Um, you can get these red cards, and I think change the games. So it is what it is. But more so than some of these other sports, these games are changed by, Manchester City is a great example yesterday. Um, they should have won that game easily, but they blew it. So I don't know. It is what it is. We go again today. Remember, we said, we didn't really like those games. I kind of like Juventus, but Juventus was terrible. But this is kind of the same as the Tuesday games last week. So I think those games were a little bit better for us. And, hopefully today they will be as well. All right. I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. We are back. Hopefully, it's gonna be all right. We'll see. I don't know. we're going to try to do the best I can today with this. I got a big meeting today up in North Jersey, so it is what it is, but we'll do what we can. So, what is going on here? Anyway, Caesar Sportsbook, $1,250. In there now, users can use a first bet, and you win, you keep the money. If you lose, you get the money back in the form of a free bet. So make sure you're using that if you can. So the early games today, can you? Gonna have someone pull this up. You have live score. Can we pull up the early games today? Just take me away for Champions League. So the early games today, Napoli, Ajax, and Atletico Madrid, Bruges. Remember last week, but they were already losing a point. So you gotta take a little bit of that into consideration. But they were already down, but they did lose 6-1. This Napoli team is really good and can clinch advancement to the next round with a win today at home. So you're going to have to watch that game. I think that's one game you can watch pretty carefully. I think that's a pretty good game there. And then the second game, an early game is Atletico Madrid and Club Bruges. And this is the same thing. This Club Bruges team, nobody gave them a chance in that last game at home, and they dominated. They haven't allowed a goal. They've given up 7. They scored 7 goals, not allowed 0 in the games here. So I think, looking at this, you're going to get Bruges today at like this crazy number again. I know it's in Madrid, but they're 3-0 in the group, and they haven't allowed a goal. So, I don't get it. I'm just not sure what's going on with that. So, I think, you're going to be able to get them at a decent price, and we shall see with that. I like Bruges in this game. I think you can take Bruges double chance. They just don't give up goals. I know Atletico Madrid has to win, but I just watched the game last week. So, I'm going to take a chance with Bruges, double chance, plus 240 here, and see if I can get a win again. All right. In that other game, Napoli's have to play like -1 there to do it. But once again, I think this Napoli team is legit. I think they're really good. They score goals. I just don't know how good Ajax is. Napoli knows they can win here right now, or they into the next round. Rangers, Liverpool, Barcelona, Inter, Pills, Bayern Munich, Tottenham, and Sporting in Marseille. So we were good last week with some of those games. Here we go. What's up, man? Hey, man, what's up?
How's it going? I'm good.
this is this has been. I'm getting on the right now, New Jersey Turnpike. The Wi-Fi or the internet's been a little dodgy here, so I think we're all right. I just kind of looked. I looked through these early games here. Um, the Brew and then the Napoli Ajax game. Won last week and basically with the way that maybe give it a goal in this thing, and they just beat Atletico Madrid 2-0, and they're like plus 800 in this game. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's wild. Like, and if you look at that Napoli line, it just keeps dropping. Like, it was 188 last night. Now it's minus 154. I'm seeing, and it makes no sense. This team just destroyed them 6-1 in the Netherlands, and everybody's going to basically be playing for Napoli. Like, yeah, they're missing Osimhen, but he wasn't playing in that last match. They won 6-1. Not to mention the fact that Ajax is going to be missing their captain, who got a red card in the last match, Tadic.
Yeah, after yesterday, and I addressed yesterday first because it was an absolute disaster. But red card, like Manchester City should have been up 2-0, and before they even got a red card, and then they got a red card, and it was just, and they still could have probably won. But that game, Juventus is terrible. That's the last time
They
I
even
ever
scored
bet
like 10 minutes. Man City scored like 10 minutes in, and they took the goal away. They took like 2 goals away from my Zagreb, who ended up drawing 1-1. Like, I hate this video review, man. I absolutely hate it.
Yeah, it's a little crazy. Like, they just, it's very frustrating. But I did quantify, this stuff by saying, listen, yesterday was like last Wednesday where we didn't love a lot of these games, and I try to find a game because I don't want to come on here and say, today sucks. There's nothing to go. So I try to handicap some games, but my ESPN guy's all pissed off at me because he's like, you gave me 2 bad games. I'm like, it's the best ones I could do, man. I don't know. So like today, I think there's better games to pick from, just like last Tuesday. So I think we'll be better today. But the Napoli line to me is weird, and Bruges. Look at this guy, Bruges at plus, plus 750, plus 800. I think, man, there's a guy on the turnpike doing 45 miles an hour in the truck lane right now. Whoa, man, the trucks are screeching on their brakes. But the Bruges, I just don't know. I mean, I know Atletico Madrid has to win, but I just watched them not be able to do anything against this team. And, if you're going to give me Bruges and draw at like crazy money, I'm probably going to take it again. I don't know if they'll win or lose, but it's more of a value play for me. And I think this Bruges team is good. Like, I don't know, what are your thoughts on that game?
Yeah, like, it worries me because, as you said, Atletico Madrid has to win this match. They're going to be at home for this one, so I expect them to play better here. I wouldn't touch the game myself just because, Club Brugge is sitting very pretty up there with the 9 points, and Atletico Madrid has to win. But you're right. Club Brugge could totally win, and, gun to my head, if I had to make a pick on this game, I would take the value with the draw because I look at it like Club Brugge doesn't have to go in there and win this match. They'd be happy coming away with the draw. That still puts them at 10 points and they screw Atletico over. So and Atletico's going to have to be like coming for the win. So it's better for Club Brugge. It makes more sense for them to come in on the road here, just defend.
Yeah, I'll be very interested. If they win the game, they're through. They probably win the group as well, and they could basically like not play the other things. So that
I think they might win the group
Atletico
with the
Madrid
draw.
as well. If they get anything from this game, they're basically so.
You must be going through a bad area. Connection's a little shaky on the connection there on the turnpike.
I can't. This is absolutely stunning to me that the New Jersey Turnpike has 1 bar and 2 bars. I'm in the cradle of civilization here, the New Jersey Turnpike, and I'm driving up and down, and there's 1 bar. It should be 5 bars. There should be cell towers every 5 feet on this turnpike.
You'd think.
It's crazy. What the late games? I know Barcelona's got to win. There's some big games in these late games. Some other games that really, tough to call. I know Porto basically has to win. Which ones are you looking at?
Yeah, so Barcelona is interesting because that line dropped from 250 to 200 now. So yesterday you would have had to take a -1.5, but now you can get the -1 for pretty much even money. It's probably like -115 or something. Actually, I can check because I don't know if you're able to do that right now.
It's interesting because, when I watched that Real Madrid plays Barcelona on the weekend. So, I know they have, both teams probably have both eyes looking forward. I know, Real Madrid did yesterday. I mean, it's clear because they should have went there and just dominated that game.
Yeah, they sucked.
Yeah, I 100% think they had the game on the weekend in mind. But, maybe Barcelona. I don't think, but Real Madrid had already won 3 games, so they were basically through with the draw anyway. So, like, Barcelona, they can't really afford to look forward to the weekend. They need to win this game. And Inter, once again, if Inter gets something, they're in decent shape. That's a tough game. I think Barcelona wins. I think they win pretty, by more than a goal, but I just don't know. I'm just not sold on them.
Yeah, I think they'll probably win. I don't really like the -1 just because, I don't know if they're going to win by 2 goals. Inter Milan's going to try. They know they're in the driver's seat right now because they screwed Barcelona with that win last week. Now, Inter has the 2 wins. Barcelona has 2 losses. So Inter can escape this with a draw, and they still have the 3-point lead over Barcelona. So I look at it like if Barcelona wins this, it might only be by 1 goal if Inter plays good defense. So I can't really touch the -1 here. I don't like it. And I think, I probably think Barcelona is even going to lose on the weekend in El Clasico.
Yeah, I think so. And the thing, too, is if Inter gets a point here, they have the head-to-head. So, I mean, they took 4 points. So,
yeah.
I mean, Barcelona's in a lot of trouble at that point.
Yeah, they really screwed themselves with that loss last week.
Yep. 100%. I mean, that's the game they had to win. Because then you go into this game and you just need the same thing. You just need a draw. Porto Leverkusen is interesting. It's the same kind of thing. I don't know. I looked at it. I don't really love the game. I don't know if you have a kind of a play on it, but personally, I don't love it. But
Yeah, so this one is interesting because you look at Leverkusen and right away Xabi Alonso comes in there and they smash Schalke 4-0 over the weekend.
yeah,
So Leverkusen, I thought, because I was on Porto last week,
yeah.
I was sweating out that Porto. I know they won 2-0 and Leverkusen got the red card, but I'm telling you, for a good 60 minutes, I was sweating out that Porto match. And now Porto's got to go on the road. This is a really close group in the sense that, like, if either team wins, they could maybe even have the lead by the end of the day. If what we saw yesterday, basing from what we've seen, I would not touch Porto in this match just because we saw what happened yesterday. Sevilla got smashed 4-1 at home to Dortmund. They fire their manager, and what do they do with the new manager? They go into Germany, come away with the 1-1 draw. Look at Chelsea. They fire Thomas Tuchel. 3 matches with Graham Potter, 4 matches with Graham Potter. I think it's 3 wins and 1 draw. So this is what I mean. Like, you don't want to fade the manager higher, I guess.
I say that all the time. I think that's important sometimes with these things. Hey, David, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for checking in.
Our Georgian guy.
Yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm on the road here, and we're just going through these games. To me, the game I think is my favorite play of the day, and I can't believe I'm saying it, but I think Liverpool Rangers, I think even with the result on the weekend, I think Liverpool's going to go up there and win by 2 goals minimum. I just, I don't think the Rangers are that good. They're clearly overmatched here. I think Liverpool needs some kind of result. They have a huge match on the weekend. They play Manchester City. There's no way they can go into the Manchester City game off of 2 losses or a bad result here. I just think they're going to have a big result. Here, and I don't know. I know you don't trust Liverpool at all.
I never trust. I never trust Liverpool, but I don't trust them because they only won at home 2-0 against the Rangers last week in what was supposed to be like a 6-0 smash spot for Liverpool. Then they lose to Arsenal over the weekend 3-2, so they dropped 3 points there. Now they have this easy little match against a team that has lost all 3 Champions League matches, and I think maybe they overlooked them a bit because if they're playing Man City on the weekend, they need to start getting their act together in the Premier League, or else they're not even going to make top 4 at this rate because there's a lot of good teams right now occupying those spots. So this is one I look at like, if Liverpool looks attractive at that price, but I can't trust them. And the Rangers are going to treat this like their Super Bowl match because, obviously that's the close English club. They're going to want to beat the crap out of them.
Yeah, yep, and they hate the Scals Republic and all that stuff. They're gonna want to do it for the Queen this time. Do it for the Queen. David says Patrick Schick anytime goal scorer today. Haven't really got to that game. What are your thoughts on that game?
Patrick Schick, what team is he on again?
He's on. Hold on.
Is that this one?
I think it's Pilsen against Bayern Munich.
Leverkusen. Okay.
Oh yeah, Leverkusen. Patrick. Yeah, Leverkusen.
Yeah, David. We just talked about that.
I'm driving. Yeah, I think that's a good. That's a good shout, David. Because once again, Xabi Alonso's in charge, and I think they're going to maybe kind of play. He's going to give them a little bit of a boost. That's a good shout. I don't know the price of it here, but I think that's.
I'll get it for you.
I think he's plus. He's plus money here, so because he's not. Erling Haaland is minus 390. It's interesting. My buddy
he's
took
plus
those
120.
Yeah, that's a good price. I think he'll probably score in that game. He's a very good player. One time he was linked with United. Holland didn't play yesterday, so he got his bet refunded. So that was once they got the red card. That was it. He wasn't going to come on. I don't think at that point when they were. I thought maybe they would bring him in to maybe steal a point, but they don't need to. They don't need to win the game, so it doesn't really matter.
Always click the box. Void if no start.
Yes, that's correct.
Always click the box, and if you don't have the box, then find a book that has the box.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah. What do you use? Who has that? Bet365?
Yeah, Bet365. They have that thing you mentioned the one time where it's like each way. If you want to bet like a golfer to win a tournament or something like that, a team to win
you know what? Like for the World Cup here, if you want to bet, say Netherlands, and you bet them to each way. If they get to the final, you win whatever, half your bet, you win half your stake. So, it's pretty interesting. I do like that stuff. So.
Yeah, because Bet365 comes from the UK, right? That's where they're actually stationed at Gibraltar. If you read the fine print, it's like all rights reserved, anything settled in a court of law of Gibraltar. It's interesting like that, but it's a UK book, right? So they're made for soccer, tennis, those kinds of sports. They have the great odds for them.
Yeah, look, I talked to my guy Joe. He's in Vancouver. I'll tell you about this. They follow this Canadian guy, Skinny something. Do you know this guy?
Skinny.
He's like
doesn't sound familiar, but maybe
on like Instagram, Skinny something.
I know a lot of handicappers over in Vancouver, so there's a chance I might.
He's a Canadian guy, and he's on. I'll text it to you. I'll show it to you later. So his name's Skinny something. But he's like his baseball plays are like crazy accurate. Like, it's like super specific bets, like something I don't even know, like first 3 innings or whatever it is. So, but the Bet365 lets you do all this different stuff, and it's like Bet365 is the one too where it says if you're up by like 2 goals, you cash out, right?
Yeah, and it's only on specific markets, but it's usually the big ones like the Power 5 leagues, some of the international stuff, the Champions League. Like, you can't get the early payout on the Turkish league, but the big ones for sure.
Yeah, see, that's big. I know, like, and then for basketball, if you're betting a basketball team that's, if you're betting the game, if you're betting North Carolina minus 15 or something, maybe it's money. Maybe it only works for money line.
It's only for money line.
Yeah, money line. Yeah. I was gonna say, like, if they go up by 20, they pay out. But like,
man, you have no idea how many soccer and basketball parlays I've had saved where a team tied 2-2 or ended up losing, and I had them early paid out.
I've won so much money over the years on Manchester United games because I watch them all, and I'm sitting there, and I'll sometimes when I coached soccer in Hamilton at this Trenton Catholic Academy, there was a game we played in the Mercer County 200.
Hamilton.
Yeah, Hamilton. Yeah. Not Hamilton, Canada. Not the Hamilton Tiger Cat.
I was gonna say I live like literally near the Tiger Cat Stadium. That's why I'm what?
Not that Hamilton, but so that there was a game. We played Notre Dame and we were down 2-0, and I run across the field at halftime instead of talking to my team. I let them stew for a little bit. I'm going to get a water, and all the people were like, "Man," because I'm usually screaming my head off, and like I was calm, and I'm like. And they're like, "Why are you so calm, you guys?" I'm like, "We'll win this 3-2. I can see it here. It's easy. Like, we're dominating the game. Like, we're just down 2-0. We ended up winning 3-2. I mean, there's just some games like I've seen Manchester United lose at 2-0, the game's over. I'm just like, the game's over. But there's other times I see them play, and I'm just like, man, they're going to win this game. They're going to come back, or they're going to come back and tie it. So you throw a couple bucks on tie, throw a couple bucks on win, and you could just see it happening. Like, you're just like, man, that was the two luckiest goals in the history of ever. We were dominating the game, whatever. So that when you're up by 2, that thing is big. And then you take that money, and then you say, if the team might come back, you could just go and say, put it on the other team. Say, what the hell? I mean, I'm already up. I've already won. Now I can throw a couple bucks on the draw and see if you could win both ways. So
Exactly.
I like that stuff. I've started looking at that Bet365 a lot more with some of the stuff, as well as, obviously we use Caesars and Parks too. So, but I'm just looking at these other games. Which one of those? Any of those kind of? You got an edge?
Normally I'd go with my 5-0 Bayern Munich final score, which I've been giving out the last few days. But this is one, they see Barcelona lost. Barcelona's in a tricky situation today, especially if they don't win. But I feel like Bayern is going to take their foot off the gas, because now they're not going to be too worried about goal differential. What if we're tied with Barcelona? Because it's clear that Bayern's probably going to win this group. I think maybe having to travel to the Czech Republic, they don't bring their best game today. So I don't know. It's minus 600 right now, I see. Let me see what the spread is. I don't know if you want to take Pilsen +2. I wouldn't do that. I'm not saying to take Pilsen +2, but I don't think Bayern's going to bring their best effort. So if you were looking to take like a team total over 3.5 or something, I don't know if it's going to pan out today.
Are you touching this Tottenham Frankfurt game?
Yeah, I am. You know what? The line's moved since we came on. It was minus 200. Now it's 223. I gave out the -1 as a free play. Tottenham has to win it. There's no way you can cut it. I get the group is close and they're still probably in it, even if they tie or lose today. That they have to win this match. It's going to be completely embarrassing if they don't win the group. You're a Premier League team. There isn't another team in that group that really should be challenging you. They have to win. They're at home here. See, I know they haven't been in good form lately, but they've played something like 4 of their last 6 on the road. If you look, they've played a lot of away matches, because I guess they had a few suspended or postponed there as well. They've won all 5 home matches this year between the Premier League and Champions League, whatever competition. They've won all 5 matches at home. So this is one I expect Tottenham to win. They only tied 0-0 last week, so it's not like they got destroyed by Frankfurt or anything. This is a must-win spot for them. I'm on the -1.
I watched that Conte Terror ball game this weekend, and they just, I know Brighton's a good team and whatever, but they should be winning these games 2-0, 3. I think at some point they break out. Maybe it's today.
Like I said, they've had to play a lot on the road. That was another road match.
Yeah. He just plays he just sets this team up, like, it just drives me nuts. That other game is interesting to me as well, because Marseille just absolutely ran Sporting off the pitch. But you got to remember, it was 2-1 Marseille, and then the red card came in the 26th minute. So, and then they scored right after that, and 3-1, and then the game was over. But they scored some early goals, and then they lost on the weekend to Ajaccio, which was kind of shocking.
They played nobody in that match. I watched it. They literally started nobody. It was very clear they were all in for this one against Sporting.
Yes, that's that. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's kind of, they're putting all their eggs, because they're not going to win the league. PSG's going to win the league. Although if Mbappe leaves, who the hell knows? Like, I can't even wait for Mbappe to be leading the line for United, and we'll send them De Gea and whoever else they want. We'll give them whoever they want.
Take Ronaldo off our hands. Ronaldo and Messi can play together.
Please. That's it. Yes, Ronaldo, and David De Gea to PSG.
Take them. We don't want them.
Oh man, maybe I'll pick some. And they want Anthony Elanga too. They can have Elanga too. Just give it. We'll take Mbappe and fit. Mbappe,
you want Maguire? Take Maguire too, just as a courtesy.
Man, I know we could ship them everybody. That would be awesome. But yeah, they're not going to win the league. This is, I mean, I just watched them. They dominated Sporting last week. It's a huge spot, but Sporting just needs a draw. I just, you have any thoughts on that one?
Yeah, it's really a tough one just because I watched Marseille play Ajaccio, and there's no reason why they should have lost to a newly promoted side. But if you looked at the squad they played, you would understand why they lost, because they had I think Alexis Sanchez and a bunch of scrubs out there. Like, they didn't start Guendouzi, Payet, all these other guys. Like, they all rested them because they know they're down 2 losses, 1 win. They have to win this one on the road if they want to stay in this group, because it's too tight right now. Like, yeah, it looks like they're in it, but after today, it could easily go sideways for any of those teams. All of those teams could find themselves near the bottom of the group or at the top by the end of the day. So yeah, I maybe just because of the value, I would take a chance on Marseille with I don't know what the double chance. What are you even getting on the double chance here? Let me just check. Yeah, Marseille double chance like minus 163, so it's not even worth it. I don't know. Maybe I would take Marseille on the draw, no bet. It's tough to say though, because Marseille, even though they won 4-1. You can't look at the red card. Like, the red card killed the match. That was it. You knew they were going to lose. But you can't use the red card as, like, that's the only reason they won, because they were losing 1-0 and then took the lead very quickly 2-1 before that red card
up.
came out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like, it's one where,
they're
like,
already up. You know what?
It's tough. It's really tough.
I'm going to take a chance, I think, on Marseille. Look, once again, like, when we say this stuff, like, when I say this stuff, I don't say we, like, I'll throw $20 on Marseille. I'm not throwing, 100, 200, if you're watching and you're saying, like, I'm not throwing a lot on these games. I'm going to throw 20 on and hope they win. Maybe I might even wait to live bet it and see how the match starts, see if the lines move a little bit, and then maybe throw thing. But, I'm not going to be throwing a lot of money on these games today. So, I will take a chance, I think, on Marseille. I like Liverpool today, -1. I know, and I like, maybe a little money on Club Brugge, double chance. But I do like Marseille a little bit, maybe on the money line, maybe on the draw no bet, and just take a chance and see what can come out. I think before these groups started, maybe maybe some people. I don't want to say we, because I thought Bruce was good coming in. I don't know if I thought they were going to be 3-0. And we've been talking about Bruce the whole time. I mean, some of these other people are getting on them, and we've basically been on Bruce here since day one. I mean, I don't think
same with Napoli, man. We were on the Napoli train.
Yep. I don't think, as soon as Napoli beat Liverpool, I completely said they're the best team in the group, 100%. They're going to go through. And I'm just not sure on Ajax. Napoli's the other game I like today, especially with that line dropping. But yeah, I think you have to adjust though. You have to, so sometimes you have these preconceived notions about teams coming in, but you have to quickly adjust, because these teams are different every year. And if you don't adjust and you're using kind of, stuff from last year, or, thoughts from the past or something like this, it's not really, it's just not really viable. So, but so those are basically the play. I don't know. I don't even remember what the football line is. I don't know if you had a play on the football game.
Oh my God, there's a game tonight?
There's a college game.
Well, today's what, Wednesday? Oh yeah.
They're starting to do college football. Yeah, they're starting to do these Wednesday games.
Lafayette and Marshall. No, I have no interest in that.
That's the game that's on ESPN tonight?
Yeah, Lafayette and Marshall.
Lafayette, man, they're like football. They're FCS. That's ridiculous.
It almost seems like it, but yeah, this one's weird. This was 4.5 like 2 days ago. Now it's 10.5 for Marshall. I don't know who's not playing for Lafayette, but something definitely happened there.
Foxy said, wouldn't surprise me to see Sporting get a result versus Marseille, and VAR disgrace again. That was never a red card for Tomori and AC Milan.
Yeah, man. I know I feel like totally ruined my AC Milan plus the half. They were just handing Chelsea the win there. They were like, no, Chelsea needs a little help out of this group. Let's get them 2 easy wins against AC Milan.
Yeah, definitely. All right, well, so that's the show for today. But remember, I don't know, are you good to tape tonight for tomorrow again? If you want to do that, or
yeah, we can do that.
All right, cool. So we'll have the show for tomorrow's games, the 32 Europa League and Europa Conference League games. Will be on tonight, probably around 9 o'clock. So tune in for that to see that. And once again, it'll replay tomorrow. And then, we'll go again Friday for the weekend. So thanks for having a little bit of patience with this. Can't believe I'm once again on the turnpike here, and these people, there's no internet.
It got a lot better after like the first 5 minutes. It stayed pretty steady.
Well, I don't even know what's going on. That's because I'm up here in North Jersey now. That's basically North Jersey thinks they're better than other parts of Jersey, but it is what it is. But yeah, now we're up by the port of Newark and all that stuff. But all right, so if thanks for tuning in today, and we'll see if I gotta see if I can figure out how to do this thing, man. This end of the show thing. The brand. I'll figure that out. I found it on my phone. It's pretty cool, but you can do all this stuff. So all right. Tune in tonight at 9 o'clock ish, and we'll talk about tomorrow. Thanks for watching.